Welcome to Saturday Morning Movie Club, and we're back, and it's Saturday morning, and I'm not lying.
Behold.
It's morning time. Here we are with Adam again, Cara White, and Adam Zuccaro. We're a returning guest. We're very excited to have Adam back. Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
And do you have anything that you've been working on lately, or anything you want to talk about?
Nothing specific.
Okay.
It's all been very
Works
cool
too.
stuff. It's all, it feels like every day there's a new headline
Yeah.
about mergers and acquisitions and AI and technology and partnerships and...
Yeah. It is not, it is so fast that, we're recording this and then it's going to be put on online like in 3 days.
Right,
and God knows what's going to happen in between.
Yeah.
It's a full-time job just keeping up.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole Warner Brothers, Paramount, Netflix thing. You're like, oh.
I couldn't be more filled with disappointment as to what this will all turn into.
That's a great term.
We use that a lot, actually, unfortunately, in our industry.
It's great. It's not great.
Make sure you get credit for that.
TM.
All right. So, as always, we're here talking about movies. So, 3 categories this week. As it is December, I went with our first category. I picked a snowy day movie or a snow day movie. What do you like to watch when it's snowy and you're stuck inside? Do you watch something when it's a snow day?
100%.
Yeah.
And I like... the name to this category of movies sounds like I don't like them, but it's said with so much love. Long, slow, boring movies. and there's some of my favorites.
Yeah.
So my first thought was like Lord of the Rings trilogy. Mm-hmm. Perfect. That'll take a whole snow day.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good cozy couch movie.
If I had to pick one, it's The Day After Tomorrow.
Interesting.
And I think it's because of,
just watching it get colder and colder.
Yeah, I know, like, just pulling the blanket tighter around you.
Yeah.
Like, oh boy, am I glad the world's not ending.
I've
Dennis
watched
Quaid
it.
looks like he's in a pinch.
Yeah. I've watched it more times than I care to admit.
Fascinating. What do you like about it?
I don't know. It's not by every metric.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine. It's great.
Sure.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But no one feels like they were cheated out of an Oscar on that film.
Yeah.
All right, because it's just what it is. I mean, like, it's just an action adventure movie at its heart. Right?
It's.
Am I wrong?
It kind of is, and it's sort of done the least dumb that the producer-director combination does. Like, they did Independence Day Resurgence and Moonshot, which, my God.
You actually watched that.
I watched Moonshot. It's like, I need to get Halle Berry and ask her, what the hell are you doing in this movie? The moon's hollow in it. Okay. But Day After Tomorrow, it feels like they're trying like to really adhere to something within that.
It splits the difference between like just crazy sci-fi
Right.
and like plausibly scientific. It's not Apollo 13, but like I could kind of see how those dots connect.
Yeah, and so when that movie came out, I was living in Olympia, Washington, and I was volunteering at a movie theater called the Capitol Theater, and it was independent theater where they just showed independent movies and weird things. So like, they showed The Day After Tomorrow, but they also had it paired with actual scientists out front to talk about the climate change, which I thought was a really great idea, because I was like, well, that's what this
Thank you for
movie's
coming.
about.
You're part of the problem. Thank you for coming. You're part of the problem.
Well, it's also Olympia, Washington.
Yeah,
So,
they're
they're
probably
very
the
into
opposite.
they're very into that.
You're not helping enough. You're not helping enough.
Do more. And I was like, oh, okay. Oh, it was an interesting, or it was a good time.
That's an interesting 4D experience.
But I like that. I do like that movie, and I haven't seen it for a very long time. So I remember that the New York City Public Library gets full of snow, which that's one I do think of when I go to New York City, and it's either Ghostbusters or Day After Tomorrow. And then they're like, are they stuck in New York City all the time?
Yeah,
they do get
the
out.
kid. I like half that movie, and Jake Gyllenhaal and the gal he likes, and there's some other knob there that's now we're in a love triangle. I'm like, ugh. It's like, get to the science and Dennis Quaid falling through a roof somewhere. The Three's Company love triangle-ness kind of annoyed me, but
You do
somehow
hate a love triangle.
Oh, God.
And you
I'm
do
like,
hate
just everyone talk with each other.
And you do hate a Three's Company plot where it's a misunderstanding. You're like, he's like, I can't take it.
Yeah, it's not even like super hostile. Like it's at level 2. So now you're like, ugh, just somebody pick one or die.
Well, I can't wait till we get to the rom-coms on my list later.
I'm ready.
It's a spoiler alert.
What can I shit on now?
Yeah. But I think I took us down an unintentional Roland Emmerich diversion last time, so I'll truncate it there and just say, what are your snow day movies?
The internet can't have any more Roland Emmerich than what we have talked about.
We've reached our quota.
I don't know if that's true.
No.
Because I
We'll show you the limit.
I'll save that for later. Like, I have another conversation we could have. Our snow day pick, or at least we minorly talked about this last week, is I always, for snow days, The Thing is a good one because it's,
For sure.
Arctic. And The Shining is absolutely every time.
Yeah.
Which I have my Overlook shirt on. If you can't, but you can't see it because I think this is blocking.
The technology is in the way.
But I think, I don't know. Like, this is gonna sound weird. I find The Shining cozy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Nothing
like you're
wrong
all
with that.
like, they're all tucked away in this like little hotel, and it's all with a little giant hotel.
But there is
But
a
in the
coziness
snow
to
where
it's just
it's
so
like-
empty.
Yeah. It's like,
It's still.
yeah.
First
it's
third of it
quiet.
goes very well.
Yeah. I love the scene. I think why so much the snow day scene, why it's so much a snow day movie for me is there's the scene of Danny laying there watching the TV and what's her name?
Shelley.
Duvall is sitting on the couch with a blanket and like just like coffee or whatever, and it's all snowy out the window. But it's like this great big giant.
We'll pull still and make an 8x10 out of it. Winter's lovely.
It's so nice.
Somewhere on YouTube there has to be a Overlook Hotel fireplace that you can
Oh, I'm
just
sure. Yeah, right?
let play. If not,
Yeah.
Hear me typing in here.
yeah, perfect.
I mean, that's probably, it's again one that I've probably watched a million
Yeah.
times. But I do like everything about it. I like, and again, we talked about this last week that I don't like the remake. I liked Dr. Sleep though too. Like I thought. That was good.
People dog on that, and I really liked it a lot.
Yeah. Not as much a Snow Day movie.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know what if I had to go back in time and think about like what my Snow Day movie would be as a kid, I don't know. Like probably just anything because you're like, I'm not in school. Like,
Yeah, the Price is Right.
yeah, The Price is Right.
To start with, I do like The Thing, but I like the original, The Thing from Another World, for
Thing from
a
Another
snow
World.
day.
Mm-hmm.
I think it asks less of you for some reason. It's like you can just sit there and veg out and watch that.
We do watch that every time it's on.
Yeah, Thing from Another World, which everybody in it thought like, oh, we're just making, crap B movie.
Yeah.
Flying saucer movie, spoiler. Because if it's over 60 years, it's not a spoiler anymore. But for some reason, I have to be in a particular mood to watch the Kurt Russell one.
Interesting. Why is that?
I don't. I think the weird, gross thing
You don't like-
from particularly the early '80s isn't absolutely my bag. But the older I get.
Yeah.
The older I get, the more I like it. I remember when it came out, I was not into it for that practical effect gross thing. But now I'm totally into it now. But I think The Thing from Another World, it's a little bit more of a childhood memory watching that.
Yeah.
And aside from just an absolutely off-the-chain stunt sequence with fire in that movie, it's pretty benign.
Yeah. The fire sequence.
When they lit
Have you
half-
seen this one?
Not the original.
Yeah. It is worth it.
There's
Yeah.
a bit where, we're going to, it's not an animal, it's kind of plant-based, The Thing, and it's played by James Arness from all the Westerns. And they're like, all right, we'll burn it. And there's a scene, I don't think a stuntman involved, I think it's the actual cast, and they throw gasoline at the stunt guy. But when one person throws it, it's okay. A second person threw gas, and the entire set was engulfed in flame. And it's all in the movie, and you're very clearly like, they almost killed the cast in this shot.
Yeah, it's just all
You're
these guys in a fire.
Shit. This is before
It's
the
a
unions actually said anything.
Really intense scene.
Yeah, it was a different time.
It was
Just light it, just We need them to be on fire. Then light them on
Then
fire.
like Guy on Fire.
Okay.
Well, I think it's interesting that we all picked snowy movies, Arctic movies, for Snow Day.
Yeah.
Because it was not a requirement.
No.
Listening to your last episode talking about Thanksgiving movies and holiday movies, I ended up mentally going down a whole rabbit hole of what makes a Christmas movie as opposed to a winter movie and the overlap between the two. And then I have a whole thesis. But I just thought it was interesting that we all picked snow movies.
Yeah. Well, I think for me, I like because it feels like it's bringing the outside in. It's like when you're watching a holiday movie, like you have all your Christmas decorations up and you're like, oh, like I want to watch something that like also reflects.
You're
what's
engulfed
happening
in
around
that, and it's like, I don't want to watch a Pacific Islander movie or something like
Right.
that. It seems out of
Though,
context.
I do tend to watch the TV show or the TV series The Pacific during Christmas because it opens at Christmas.
Yeah, that's true.
And then I'm off and running watching The Pacific during Christmas
a
time.
World War II Marine movie.
It's a very good series.
It's extraordinary.
It's very good. But I think like why I always gravitate to The Shining when it's snowing out is that it's because it's a snowy movie and it is one that I've seen a lot. So I feel like if I nod off, that's okay. Like because I will do that if I'm under a blanket. But also, it's like for me, snow day is that you go out and you play in the snow. So now you're all cold and like snowy. So like when you come in, it's like okay, like let's continue that. But like I don't want to be cold anymore.
Yeah.
But I still want to feel the snow.
You get the 4D aspect of
Yeah. And
it's really cold.
It's really cold. And we went so like I also like when they call up Scatman and he has to like Danny connects with him through The Shining and he has to come back up with the snowcat to get to them. Like just the driving in the snowcat and it's all snowy on the roads. I'm like, oh yeah, I love driving in the snowstorm. I mean, not really, but like it's always cozy.
The greatest setup with zero payoff at the end of it.
I know. It's like the whole thing is like building and building.
Yeah, it's
okay,
The Shining.
Here comes the hero.
I'll come.
The hero.
I'll say, I got hit in the chest with
he
an
walks
axe.
in, he's like, hello? And dead.
Shining also falls into my category of long, slow, boring movies that are great.
Yeah.
Star Trek the Motion Picture,
Yeah.
2001.
Yeah. We were just talking about Star Trek 1 yesterday.
Yeah, because one of the producers is going to be in town.
Yeah.
Very
for
cool.
one of the Cleveland
I just
film
saw that
production things.
in January.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like interest rising.
They did that, Tron, the original Star Wars, a bunch of them. I think the last movie was a producer on. This is a tangent. The last movie he was a producer on was Serenity, and he's kind of
Which I also
out.
love. Yeah.
Because he was a producer on Star Wars,
Yeah,
so
when
he's been in the game for a while.
Yeah. Like
David
when,
Lester? Is
Yeah.
Yeah.
when you talk about like when people have that like rhetorical question of like who would you want to have dinner with, I'm like that guy.
Yeah.
a heck of a resume.
Yeah, I'd be like, I want to ask you about all of these
Phil
movies and
Tippett?
everything good. Yeah, that.
right.
Yeah, like just tell me about your experience on
Yeah.
like tell me about how you made your cloud tank.
Right. It's funny, you guys are talking Cloud Tank.
Yeah.
And then I saw, I'm trying to think of what it was. It might have been the Aliens.
Oh,
Where there's an explosion, you see it from above, and it's lights in cotton, which is not an effect that I
Oh,
can see.
yeah.
But it made me think of the Cloud Tank.
Nice.
Just a great,
Yeah.
like, practical solution.
There's an
Yeah.
enormous amount of 100-year-old technology done on Aliens. Of
yeah.
rear projection, but which always has a limitation that it feels like you're watching, the Towering Inferno or something like that. But in Aliens, they cut it so fast enough that it doesn't degrade from the experience enough. Even in the 80s, like there's a rear projection. Like as a kid, I could tell what was going on, but it was cut in a way that it doesn't feel like it's going to be made fun of by the Zaz brothers.
You're right.
Yeah. Which I also find interesting is that we all pick movies that is a snowy movie, but also something disastrous is happening. What? Because of the snow, or it just happens to be snow.
Within the context, none of us picked Frosty.
Yeah.
There's literally a movie called Snow Day.
Yeah.
No, we didn't go with any of that. Nothing lighthearted or fun.
No.
Like, I want tragedy with my snow, please.
Yeah. They're all very nappable movies. I think that's what you want.
But, yeah, I
you
just
know?
want to be able to fall asleep again. Like, which I tend to fall asleep all the time in the winter. Is the second, like, it gets cold and blanket comes out, I'm like, does not matter what we're watching. I am out.
On
I've been
Saturday,
doing better lately, though. I haven't been falling asleep.
slept through, 3 80s movies?
Yeah, I
on the
listened
couch?
to them while I was cleaning the kitchen. It was a good lineup on Saturday. It was IFC,
Yeah.
and it was like, I think you started with,
16 Candles, Weird Science, and Breakfast Club.
well, that and Big Lebowski was before you fell
Yeah.
asleep. That was breakfast time, was Big Lebowski.
And I can't think of 3 movies that I'd rather sleep through.
I know.
Great.
I like wake up for a part, like, okay.
It better be uncut.
Which minorly leads to our next category. I'm going to jump ahead. Or no, wait, I'm sorry, it isn't the next one. A movie with a good dance sequence. I picked 16 Candles. It doesn't necessarily have a dance, like a typical, like, oh, their characters are dancing now, like in a choreographed way, but like the dance sequence scenes that they have is like my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, you can take that a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
A dance sequence can be, a Fred Astaire bit, or, it could be Baby Driver,
Yeah.
where it's like the whole thing is a dance musical where you're cutting it very, very methodically to the beat,
Yeah.
including the Steadicam moves. Like the definition of a musical.
Yeah.
And I went through that whole thing when I was in film school. Like, is Flashdance a musical?
But they don't sing in Flashdance.
So it is not. This would be part of the conversation as to what makes up a musical.
I think it's a fine line between movies with great soundtracks,
Yeah.
where the
Yeah.
movie and the soundtrack, I mean, Pulp Fiction, right?
Yeah.
Right?
It's so tied together, but
It's Footloose.
they don't break into song.
Right. Yeah, you do have that conversation. Is Footloose a musical? I'm like, I mean, it is now because they made it into a stage musical.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, the line
Yeah.
gets even blurrier because, like,
Yeah.
Flashdance, Footloose, so many of those movies have become stage shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They totally work.
Yeah.
Like, very little adjustment.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know. Like, I think if you're going to go categorically, like, this is a musical, I feel like that description of that genre is where the characters stop and they sing a song that progresses the plot.
It progresses the plot.
Grease, West Side Story,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Yeah, it is telling the story.
Right.
Like, so, like, when you're like, is Footloose a musical? I'm like, no, because he just dances a lot. So it's a different thing. I don't know what genre that falls
Yeah.
into, but, like, I would not consider it a musical.
I know what we were talking about when it comes to dance sequences. I'm sorry, you were going to say something.
No, I was going to say that's an interesting criteria,
Mm-hmm.
like, that it has to advance the plot, because you can just stop and sing a song.
Yeah. And I think that's why I get mad at musicals when they have a song in it, it doesn't advance the plot. I'm like, why are we singing? Like, what is the purpose?
Yeah.
Like, it's got to advance the plot or reveal something about a character. Like, it has to be like an I want song. Or
Right.
Like, you're revealing the motivations
The
of
I
your character.
Want song. The dread. Because that was a mandate over at Pixar. No I Want songs.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are not doing
Good
a Little
rule.
Mermaid here.
That was a thing for Disney. Like,
Yeah.
that's how they
Like
did
they
it.
had,
Well, you got to make sure the motivation's clear.
yeah,
Right,
they
like the
had
kids
to have
need to
bells
know
swinging
what-
around on a ladder.
Just sing about it.
Know what she wants. Know what your princess wants. Because it's usually a princess or like a potential princess who's singing.
Yeah. While we're talking redefining musicals,
Yeah.
there's, I forget the director's name, and I'm embarrassed to say I forget it, but Once and Begin Again, and there's a whole string of movies that are like new musicals where the music is all diegetic. It's all very deftly interwoven because the stories are about musicians.
Right.
yeah.
So it makes sense that like
Yeah.
it's not out of character that you're singing this song,
Right.
but there definitely are like musical interludes that
Yeah.
do advance the plot.
Okay.
But like, they're great if you haven't
Yeah.
seen them. Mark Ruffalo, Keira Knightley, Begin Again. Once
Oh yeah. Yeah.
is in Ireland. It won an Oscar.
Oh,
for the
I've seen that
song.
one. That one's
Right,
great.
right.
Yeah. I like that one a lot.
Big fan of those.
Yeah. Yeah. I do like that. Yeah. Would that be considered like I would say like I would almost say like Once is because I've seen that one is a musical because he is singing. I mean I don't know.
I mean,
have to
the
rewatch it.
characters do sing songs at several points throughout that story,
Yeah.
but it's not like
It's more in a
there's
real
no
way.
choreographed routine.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because
Yeah.
he's a musician, so it's more like they're just sitting and
Not
singing. a
Busby
song.
Berkeley kind of
That,
thing.
that definition, like a whole mess of 30s and 40s movies wouldn't be musicals then.
Right.
Like, we have a movie, and there's a woman in it, and she has a number.
Right.
Which
Well,
then
every
doesn't...
movie like the older movies you're like watching, you're like, why are we sitting watching this character sing? And I'm
Because
like,
it's mandated from God and above that there has to have a number.
yeah.
I think that's where the direction comes into it.
Yeah.
Because, like, stopping to sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow or,
Yeah.
Singing in the Rain, fine, that's fun. But, like, the way it happens, the text of the song doesn't advance the plot.
Right.
But that scene does.
Yeah.
It reveals the character.
As you said, it's a character I want.
Even
So now you know it.
geographically.
Yeah.
If you end in a different spot than you started.
Right. Yeah.
You got from A to B.
You've progressed. There's been progression. Yeah. But like that's why I didn't pick category of musical. I picked
Dance.
good dance sequence because that can be anything. Which
God bless Anthony Michael Hall for having a wonderful dance sequence.
there's so much stuff that's happening.
Yeah. I'm just going, very hot.
There's so much stuff that's happening in that gym during those dance scenes.
Lots of good bits.
Oh, it's hard to, like, you almost want to, like, keep rewind. I mean, I've seen it a gazillion times, but I want to keep rewinding and be like, look at that person in the background. Look at that person in the background. My favorite is the guy, I don't even know what you call those glasses, like, but the Gordy Star Trek glasses.
Yeah, the 80s little slit.
Yeah, he's just standing back there like...
Which, while filming, there's no music, so then you just have that guy back there doing that to nothing. Which I think, saw it in the theater, because I'm old, and then growing up on 4x3 TV, I don't think I saw that guy until you got a letterbox version of that thing.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit, that guy's in the background?
Yeah, and you get Joan Cusack in her little ballerina sweater, and the other gal just... There's so many good bits in it. I love, and like we also were discussing, and this doesn't have anything to do with the dancing part, but there's the character in 16 Candles who's like, I guess their friend, like Molly Ringwald and her friend's friend, and his name is Jimmy Montrose. Because they're like, this is Jimmy Montrose, and he's just like sitting on the bleachers with him. Yeah, he has like a line or two, and like never referenced again. And I'm like, is that her friend's boyfriend, or is it just like a friend? Like,
It's not a deep dive.
no, like I wish there was more of that guy in that movie though. Like that character.
Yeah, I don't think
he's
we need, like that's the danger is let's give him his own movie.
Yeah.
And suddenly,
It'll be a Netflix.
Can we go back in time
series.
to the 80s and have that guy have a bit? Yeah, that was my only disappointment with that.
Well, I do love a good proper musical.
Yeah.
But I maybe had Christmas on the brain.
Yeah.
And as I was thinking through like dance sequence, the one that popped in my head was Hugh Grant dancing in Love Actually.
Oh yeah.
Which is it's a dance sequence.
Yeah.
It's not a musical.
Right.
He doesn't sing.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
That's
iconic.
not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to say that's a pretty good one that's kind of buried within the context of a movie that very clearly isn't a musical.
Great soundtrack.
Yeah.
But
No, I like that movie. It's been a while since I've seen that one. I did see go by recently. There was a guy on Instagram who's Scottish because my algorithm is Scottish things now.
perfect.
But it was a guy in a kilt redoing that dance sequence through one of them.
That's cool.
Until someone shows up and he's like, oh.
Am I remembering right? Doesn't Liam Neeson's kid sing to the gal that
Yes.
he's interested in at the airport? Is that?
I think that's
Yeah.
the end.
That's the very end of the movie. Anyway.
I mean, that's like a borderline musical.
Yeah, that's true.
It plays like it very
Yeah.
much with the signs at the door and all that, like within the DNA of it. It's like it is a musical that somebody's like, nope, strip the songs off, and then they just
Yeah.
made that movie instead.
Yeah.
That movie's really good and it has a ton of people in it.
Yeah.
Like, I always forget until it pops up again. I'm like, oh boy. Like, it has, what's his name from Walking Dead in it, which is weird.
Oh right, yeah,
Rick Grimes?
yeah, Rick Grimes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah. And,
Andrew Lincoln.
yeah.
Henry Lincoln, yeah.
And Keira Knightley's in it, and...
Yeah, she's like 17 in that movie.
Yeah.
Alan Rickman.
Yeah, Alan Rickman's awesome.
Just everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
It's a good,
Emma
it's
Thompson.
a good haul. of-
When Alan Rickman meets Emma Thompson, sad.
I know.
It's like,
There are plot lines in the movie I do not like. Like, what?
I think I saw somewhere on YouTube that there was an entire subplot they just cut.
Oh,
it was
really?
the porn stars that they cut.
Oh, right, because they had their own...
What's his name that was in The Hobbit?
Oh,
Martin Freeman.
Martin Freeman is as Martin Freeman, porn star.
Which, I mean...
Hashtag. But yeah, because I'm sure they're like, how can we edit around this? Like, cut it. It is so unbelievable to be able to put it on TNT, which is where I'm sure they're concerned with. But yeah, they cut that entire plot line out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just works. It's,
Yeah.
I don't know. I like that movie.
Yeah, no, it's very sweet. I like that one a lot. We were just talking about, oh gosh, I can't remember what we were talking about, but it was like, I like watching those movies where they just, it's a random reference we were talking about at dinner last night. Batteries not included.
It's been a minute.
Yeah. I have not seen it since I was little, I think, but it was like a Wheel of Fortune puzzle that they solved, and I was like, oh, I remember really liking that movie with Jessica Tandy in it. And I was like, it's just like that sweet, like, it's like little aliens come, they're like little, they look like little hamburger robot things, and they like, they're so,
like 87 or something like that, when like 3 movies a year had robots from space.
Right.
I was just going to say, I get Batteries Not Included confused with Short Circuit and Cocoon. Because they're all kind of like, there's old people and there's like
Old people.
light
You know,
sci-fi.
Wilford Brimley's my age in that movie. This is what retiree apparently and go off with aliens is supposed to look like now.
I mean, I look more like Wilford Brimley.
Is that what Cocoon is about? Aliens?
Yeah.
Really?
Have you never seen
I've
it?
never seen it. That's why I'm
spoiler
laughing. I'm
alert.
like,
Yeah, sorry. This is, again,
It's on the
another
poster.
movie from
on the
1985.
poster. I don't know why I mix up Cocoon with, what's the Brooke Shields one? The Blue Lagoon one?
Oh, I was going to say Platoon. Totally different movies.
There are a lot of good mashups within everything that was said in the past 6 seconds.
I feel like we just made a haiku.
Yeah.
That's our, I gotta use this for an future
Brigadoon.
episode.
Anything with a double O.
What were we talking about?
Dance sequences.
Yeah, right. The obvious connection.
Yeah.
I just took a little detour through the 80s there, but
Well, I guess my point is that I really I do enjoy those movies where they're very simple, but they make you feel good at the end. Where you're like, oh, like it was a very simple plot, and then you get to the end and you're like, oh, everybody's happy and it's very nice and everything's fixed.
Yeah.
I mean, that's sort of love, actually, right? Everybody gets their end,
Yes.
somewhat of an ending.
The 2 guys go to Wisconsin and
Oh, right, yeah, that's
stay at a house with unnaturally hot women.
forgot about that.
Oh yeah, we're all gonna, whatever they say, have a pillow fight or something in here. And we need one guy to, sweep up the feathers. But none of us are clothed. Is that okay?
you
Who
know,
wrote this?
there's that like it's become a whole meme now where they like the 1-sentence TV guide description of a movie, but it's
Yeah.
not the obvious. Like that would be a perfect one. What you just said.
2 guys go
and
to
among other
Wisconsin.
stories. You know?
Among others,
An
you guys
anthology.
go to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
For unnaturally hot women and other stories. Right? I'll watch that.
Yeah. And I do like a movie where there is a collection of stories where they can all kind of tie together
Yeah.
in the end. There's another one that I really liked. Oh, what's the Emma Stone one? Emma Stone, Ryan Gosling, Steve Carell.
Yeah.
It's a romance.
Oh, crap.
We love it. It's really good, and I can never remember the name of it.
Crazy Stupid Love.
That's
Yes.
correct. That's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
But I love the end and the reveal where you're like, oh, like all these people actually
Yeah.
know each other. Like it all ties back together.
Gosling takes his rings off because I guess I got to punch a guy in the face.
The ending is so good in that movie.
There are so many just great like moments.
Yeah.
I like when he stops and looks at Steve Carell and he's like, "Are you in a college fraternity? Are you Steve Jobs, the billionaire founder of Apple
No.
Computer?"
You have no business wearing New Balance shoes then.
There are really great bits.
Every day when I put on my New Balances, I look down
Yeah.
and I hear Ryan Gosling's voice in my head, and I'm like, "Well,
I'm still wearing them.
I'm wearing
Sorry.
14 items of clothes.
That's he's like I
Really sweating a lot.
have 6 sweaters on.
there's a whole." To bring it back around to movies with great dance sequences.
Yes.
Don't they reenact the Dirty Dancing lift in that movie?
Yes.
I think Ryan Gosling
That's a
picks
great
her
scene
up.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, where she goes home with him. Very clearly, we are not going to bang. They don't say bang anymore. No, I think they do. Yeah, they do. A dance sequence that I wanted to talk about that nobody in the history of the world, quote unquote, would ever bring up, which is in History of the World, part one, with Gregory Hines in it, who is one of the best fucking tap dancers on Earth, and he died far too young because everybody smoked like chimneys because dancers. But there is it's called this. I think it's called the Sandman Sand Dance, and it is a left field dance sequence for a tap dancer, but. And I would love to hear a story about how it was created, because like, I want a tap dancer, but he's going to be tap dancing on sand, which then it's not going to work. And it's kind of like a snare drum sequence, the way he does it. But if you can find History of the World Part 1, look that up. And Gregory Hines just, like I always talk about, him and Baryshnikov do the thing on that one movie where they dancing together. No, History of the World Part 1's got a really awesome sequence in that, and I think more people should see that.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
We have that on DVD, don't we?
Maybe?
I think we do, because I think that's where I've watched it. Because the first time I ever watched it was with you.
Gotcha.
Because I don't even think I knew that movie existed until I met you.
Yeah,
for some reason.
We were talking about a lot of Mel Brooks. Or we were talking about Mel Brooks last night.
Yeah, because you were talking about To Be or Not to Be.
With Anne Bancroft in it, which is way more of a serious heart-tugging movie than you think you're going to get from Mel Brooks, because it's about like a theater company in Poland, I believe, when the Nazis invade, and how like a Jewish-owned theater with, you know, people are gypsies and Jews and gay and all kinds of things that the Nazis will be after, and how they're trying to hide them and sideslip and still have the show must go on. And Anne Bancroft, who is Mel Brooks' wife, is just astonishing in it, because we were talking about The Graduate. That's why we ended up talking about that last night. So anyway,
I'll have to check it out.
I haven't
dance
seen it either.
sequences.
It sounds really good.
Yeah, To Be or Not. I used to watch that movie all the time. But
Really?
Yeah.
I've never heard of it until last night. So.
Because it's not Blazing Saddles, so people kind of never remember that Mel Brooks made something like that.
Right, because it's not in his vein of everything else. So our third category is a film and its remake. So what'd you pick?
I had the accidental choice and an intentional one. The accidental one, as I was thinking through, like, what am I gonna do to satisfy this category for the recording? I realized in the past couple of weeks I had watched the first 4 Star Trek movies.
Nice.
And then the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies. And it's not necessarily like a remake per se, but like
a reimagining.
I had that experience.
Yeah.
But it's the holidays, and I had just watched You've Got Mail.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I went back and rewatched The Shop. I should say watched for the first time The Shop Around the Corner. I'd never seen it.
Yeah.
And I really dug it.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
I feel like I have, but I want to say I did, but I don't know if I did.
I mean, it's black and white.
Yeah.
It's Frank Morgan, who plays the Wizard of Oz,
Right.
Oh, yeah.
is in it.
Nice. Yeah.
The things that struck me, I've always just heard that the Tom Hanks movie, Meg Ryan, was a remake.
Right. Yeah.
It's very much not a remake. I mean,
No, I think
it's loose in that, like, structurally there are 2 characters that there's a lot of like ships in the night correspondence. But like it's
But that's
not.
it.
I thought it was going to be this guy plays Tom Hanks's character, this person plays Meg Ryan's. It's not the same.
Yeah.
Like the dynamic's different. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
There are a couple of shots. I mean, most of the movie is an old black and white movie.
Yeah.
And I think you guys were talking about this in the last episode. But you kind of just have to accept that, like, that's a set. You know,
Right.
Yeah, you have to get past that.
long takes. I mean, it's an
Yeah.
old movie,
Yeah.
but there are like a handful of shots that are just gorgeous.
Yeah.
Where they're shooting through a mailbox because she's looking for a letter, and it's like just this really great shot. There's a couple of street scenes.
Yeah.
There are these weird little, like, almost vaudevillian old Hollywood bits where, like, there's a scene is happening, and then for no reason he'll walk outside, and there's a woman looking in the front window of the shop, and she goes, "How much is that, suitcase that says $295?" And he goes, "It's $295." And then he walks back inside, and it was just like we wanted to make room for that joke, and like it's a legitimately funny joke.
Yeah.
But that's it. And then they go back inside and like moving on.
Continuing.
Yeah. Anyway, I dug it. It was great.
That is a good joke. It's $2.95.
There's a few of those.
I like it. That movie is one that I always equate with like my stepmom because she loves. Now it's moved into like the Hallmark
Yeah.
holiday movies, and like the ones that they shot here, like there's one that they shot down in my hometown, and she's like, "I wonder if she got it for us," and I'm like, "We've didn't work on that. Like, she's
Right,
like,
yeah.
because you worked on this. I'm like, we
Everything in New Philadelphia we didn't work on.
no, well, sort of around that area.
Yeah.
But because you did do those other Hallmark movies, but they were not Christmassy ones.
No.
But anyways, like that's kind of like her bag now. But like I know she loves The Shop Around the Corner. So like that was one that would be on a lot. Like when I was in high school, and there's a lot going on. So like I kind of was like, so like I kind of pushed back against it. So that's why I'm like I know I've seen a lot of it, but I don't know if I've sat and watched beginning to end.
Yeah, I haven't seen one frame of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should watch that this
Seen You Got
season.
Mail, but yeah, I'd love to see that.
It's quick.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, probably 90 minutes.
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, there was some. Oh, which leads me to my choice was War of the Roses and the Roses, which because the Roses just came out on streaming.
And War of the Roses was in the 80s, directed by Danny DeVito.
Yeah. Which,
With
Kathleen Turner and
Michael
Michael
Doug-
Douglas. But it made me think of it because I started watching the director's commentary on War of the Roses. And Danny DeVito's like, a comedy shouldn't be more than 90 minutes. Like, he's like,
Yeah, that was interesting.
that's a hard line in the sand. And
Like-
he said the original cut of War of the Roses was over 3 hours long.
Well, we know that.
Well, yes. That's too long. But I think that the runtime might have, I can't remember what he said, but I think it's a little bit more than 90 minutes. But that was like a hard and fast rule.
We were talking about that because you were watching the director's comment. Like, there's a whole generation of people that see Danny DeVito as like the weird guy on It's Sunny in Philadelphia. Now, like, there was a hot 10 years where he was a dynamic, has vested interest, deep dive filmmaker, where he was doing, War of the Roses, and he did Hoffa, and like Academy Award nominations were all floating around. And
Yeah.
but directing's very hard, so he probably like, maybe I'll just go back to my roots. What he was doing during Taxi, and now he's
Right.
doing that on Philadelphia now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it was like, so like, sidebar, the director's commentary, I only like listened to maybe the first 15 minutes because like all the stuff, I really wanted to gain insight into the choices of the film. Like,
Story
story-wise.
story
Like
choices.
story choices. Because that movie is, have you seen this one, War of the Roses?
I've seen the War of the Roses,
Yeah.
not the Roses.
The new one, yeah. Because it's such a dark, weird story that you're like, why? Like, I needed to know about the choices. Like, why'd you pick these? Because it's based on a book. Like, why this? And like, he was just like, oh, like, and then we got a crane shot here and like went in through the window. And I'm like, okay. Like,
yeah, he got nuts and boltsy.
and then I fought with the PlayStation for 30 minutes trying to get it to not play the director's commentary. I was like, tried every trick, and then I had to take it out, put the Shining in, play the Shining, take the Shining out, put it back.
Is Danny
technology.
DeVito director's commentary entertaining in itself, or is he very like straight?
It was fine. It was just not talking about what I wanted. And like, I was like, you know what? I just want to see the movie again. Like, I don't want to, like, now I'm missing all the stuff that I liked about the movie because he's busy talking about something else that doesn't necessarily have to talk about that. But they did have also on the DVD the deleted scenes, and Danny DeVito does an intro for it, which I thought was really fun because he's like walking
On camera,
on camera, like he's walking around his. I don't know if
Like a
it's
Hitchcock thing?
kind of like, so it's a cut, like an editing, like
Right,
a
he does-
film editing suite.
He does it. Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's like all the movie like he's walking by his movie posters and like, which I'm like, oh my god, that's like an original. I can't remember what movie it was, but I was like, oh, that's so cool that he has that hanging up. Did I just knock somebody off?
Yes.
Sorry.
Keep going.
But and he's like, like the original cut was 3 hours long, and like but like here's
That's
all
right.
all the things that ended up on the cutting room floor, and it's just this pile of film that's on the floor, and
Is
he's
it
like
an
stomping
ad?
through it. No, it's the intro to show the deleted scenes on the.
Oh, I see.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, and then he's like, let's what? And he like sits and they show him like
Splicing.
running through the steam bag. Yeah, and then he's like, bing. And you're like, I missed the presentation of that instead of just being like, here's the deleted.
Right, just
scenes.
banging them
they
on
actually
like it's a.
shot a bit with him. But it's also fun to watch Danny DeVito, Michael Douglas, and Kathleen Turner together. Like they did Romancing the Stone and Jewel of the Nile. So like they've worked together a lot, and like honestly, a lot of Danny DeVito's commentary was just like, look at how good they look together, like because they haven't seen, and I was like, yeah.
We'll have that as a subject matter at a later date. Best good pairings.
Yeah. Well, I thought about that when you were talking about Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
Like
That's a good one.
people who work really well together.
Yeah, Tracy and Hepburn, they go all
Right.
back.
Which we might have also discussed the other.
I mean, Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. Yeah. There's good combos out there, like where you're like, they just can do, like, I'll watch those people do anything all day. Like,
Yeah.
like Jungle Cruise, Emily Blunt, and The Rock. Because I was like, I'll watch those two together all the time. I'm like, yep.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. But anyways, War of the Roses. Super. I like it more than I should.
Okay.
So, like, the structure of it is like Danny DeVito is telling the tale. So, like, it starts out
To a potential client, a potential divorce client.
Yeah. And he's like, here's why you shouldn't get divorced. Like, I'm going to tell you. He's like, you've seen it in the papers, like, what's happened. But he's like, I'm going to tell you the story behind it. And he's like, you need to rethink what you're doing. He's like, go home, fall back in love with, find whatever you love about your wife.
Yeah.
But, like, that's the setup. Is like, it's very clearly a stage. Like, out the window is very fake. But he's, like, telling the tale. And I kind of dig that old storytelling style. Because it feels
bookends.
very old Hollywood. But, like, Kathleen Turner is just amazing in this movie. Like, she's so...
Yeah, it's her movie.
But, like, the thing about this one is that they're only... I mean, I know it's a movie about divorce and, like, how, like, they just devolve and, like, eventually accidentally kill themselves because of their hatred for each other. But, like, I love the bits of them being like, I'm going to destroy everything you love. Like, he's like, her shoes, and he's, like, cutting her shoes up. Or, like, she's breaking all the statues.
Antiques.
And he's like, you love those too. And she's like, I love them more. And, like, smashes them. But, like, it's just this, like, I really dig the devolve of, like, them just being like, I can't see straight. Like, we can't make this compromise. And, like, but there's only, like, 3 scenes in this movie where they actually show them loving each other.
Yeah, they get
or,
to
like,
it.
that they're actually had a relationship to pull apart. Whereas we just watched the new one, which is just The Roses.
With Cumberbatch and Olivia Colman.
Who are also equally great actors. But I enjoyed it, but it's not the same. Like, when you're talking about, like, the Star Treks and the new Star Treks, it's like, yeah, it's the same story, but it's not. The characters are different. Like, all of it's different. So, like, it felt too lighthearted for what... And maybe I would like it more if I didn't like the original, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah, the Roses had... I mean, they've done this for a number of years. It's like they have this A plot line, but the B plot line, like the friends that are in it.
Yeah, that was... I didn't
It's
like
like
that
a
at
whole
all.
bunch of people. It's like Andy Samberg and I can't think of her name from SNL.
Kate McKinnon.
Kate McKinnon's in it,
Okay.
and they are making a fantastically different movie than what Cumberbatch and Coleman are doing. It's like they're doing their best to do this plot line, and I think I didn't like it as much as he did. I found it some of the choices distracting and uneven.
It was very uneven.
And like
I agree with that.
Coleman she's got like a wink in her eye and has done a substantial amount of comedy as well as being able to, play the queen.
Yeah.
But Cumberbatch, I thought anytime he's trying to do comedy, fine. But then like the moment he gets serious, I'm like, there's Khan. Like it's like the worst possible villain you can ever conjure. When I see him go back to serious.
Yeah.
And I think it's by having him cast in that role. I never would have cast him in that
But
role.
I would argue against that because I don't see that. And I
Right.
see that character, like, that's just the character. It's like, he is a serious person, and you don't... I like that it's played that way because you don't know what he's thinking. Like, it's like, is he mad? Or, like, is he going to be okay
You truly
with
do
this?
not.
Like, because, like, it's when they're starting to butt heads. And you're like, wait, like, I don't know what this guy's thinking about.
I think the differences are very sharp. It's like motoring along, angry motoring along, and
I see that unevenness.
It's never feathered. It's like, shit, what
because you're like, oh, he's mad, and then it's like, oh no, he's fine. Like where he's like, oh no, like I'm okay. Like it's like I love you and I support you. But like,
other than script and performance, it's a fine film.
If you can get past that.
Yeah.
But both of those leads seem like really thoughtful actors.
Yeah.
Who would probably note something like that in the script and want to at least have like a character motivation for why is this so uneven, and not just make a movie that's tonally all over the place.
Right. Yeah.
But if you can't tell, then I guess it didn't work. I don't know.
Yeah, and
it's
all the comedic bits, things that Kate McKinnon and all that. It's like that's everything that's in the trailer.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
and then
because they're selling it like
they're selling it like that, and then you're watching it like, oh damn, this is like significantly like they're only in 10% of the movie, but it's 90% of the trailer, which that's never happened before. But it's just I think they're selling a movie that it's not. Yeah,
I think if they took out the like that aspect of it, like they cut out those characters who are their friends, like it works much better because you're also like, why are these two characters friends with these people? Because they do not seem like the same people. And they even do, like, that's one of the first scenes is they're over at their house and they're like, we need to go. Like they call each other and they're like, oh yeah, like, and he makes up some excuse so they can leave. I'm like, why are you, like, it's never explained why they're friends with these people. Because you're like, what? Yeah. Besides that, they get the jokes out of it. Like,
I think it's like we need you to be the funny, and the original War of the Roses didn't need that. I think that
it's just funny because
and also DeVito is in the movie, but it's not like that. It's he lets Kathleen Turner be funny, as opposed to DeVito's got to be the funny every time.
God, and she has such good looks, like where you're talking about, like where Michael Douglas is eating and she's just watching him,
staring at him chewing.
Like, I hate you so much.
You know, though, it's so... Anytime there's, like, an iconic performance, or just even a defining one, where, like, if you're going to redo something, and it was done just so specifically, it's a Michael Douglas role.
Right, yeah.
I think that the question becomes, okay, we're going to recast the part. Are you angling toward that? Chris Pine in Star Trek?
Right, or are you doing a different thing?
Deliberately, we want something different. We're trying for a different flavor. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, both can be done well, both can be done poorly.
I mean, that's a petrifying notion, like early on, whenever they did that back in 07, 06, where Paramount's going to go, we're going to redo Star Trek and we're going to recast the entire original crew. And top to bottom, like, oh shit, we're going to do James T. Kirk without Shatner playing. Which I know they've done several times since then, but as well as, Spock, Uhura, and all them. And for Chris Pine to come in like, it's like doing The Shining without Jack. Like, do I need to take this role? Like, that's some big balls to jump in there and do that. And I think, it gets made fun of for lens flares and all that other stuff. But I think he did a bang-up job of having the essence of what Captain Kirk would be without doing Shatner.
It's not an impression.
No, right. Yeah. Like, and I don't like, I mean, that's an interesting topic because I don't want to see somebody else being like, oh, I'm playing this person. Do you know what I mean? Like, and doing their bit. Like, I want to see them do their own thing, but you also want to have, like, that essence where you're
it's kind of
not
like,
completely different.
Write 5 things down that is Captain Kirk.
Right.
Now do that. Don't watch that, and I think it works marvelously to a point that I think Star Wars needs to take a big page out of that because they're so fucking petrified of recasting Han, Luke, and Leia that they'll make very terrible choices to not do that and then take all the bad lessons out of that. It's like, just recast them. If we can recast Captain Kirk, we can recast anybody.
Yeah. But, like, back to the Roses, I think that Olivia Colman and Benedict Cumberbatch they do a good job, and, like, I think they're funny, but, like, it's just, like, it doesn't always jive with what's happening.
They are funny. It's just it's either scripting or direction or staging. It's not on the actors. But I think there's just poor choices on how to get there.
But I did really like the ending a lot.
Chef's kiss ending.
Because I am
absolutely great ending.
I love dark comedies. I don't know why, but, like, I like when it gets dark. And, like, so, like, we know the story of the War of the Roses is that this couple getting divorced and they like devolve into madness because they can't. They're fighting over the house. Like they won't bend on the house, so then they just destroy the house because that's what's happening. And in the 80s version, they're on the chandelier, which is also a great bit because she ends up on the chandelier because she falls off the thing, or off the.
He's trying to save her, and then he
gets on it, and then they're both on it, and it's like. He's like, it'll hold us. And she's like, no, I loosened the bolts because I was going to drop it on you. And he's like, oh, that's pretty good.
Nice.
And like
he's impressed.
Yeah, he's impressed. He's like, that's a good one.
And then they fall 2 stories to their death.
Yeah, which makes 0 sense because they're not high enough.
No, but it's tragedy. They have to die.
Which I think maybe that's what I like. I've always liked Shakespeare. I've always liked the tragedy of things. But like, it's till the end, and then they're laying there, and Michael Douglas the entire time is like, I still love you. I want to make this work. And Kathleen Turner's like, absolutely not.
He reaches for her, like God creating Adam almost. And she slaps his hand away with her dying breath.
But it's like this moment where she does it in a way where you're like, oh no, is she like, it's like a loving thing where she's like,
like, it's a good pump.
We're not dying with you touching me. It's a good scene. So you get that, but like in the new one, like the tragedy that happens is that they're fighting and they make up, and that because they have that is not the uneven thing of the movie because they do have that relationship like where they're not always fighting, or if they are fighting, they always make up.
Yeah, that was fine.
And like so that tracks, but like so they have this whole fight and they make up, but like he has destroyed the stove in the meantime, so the house is filling with gas. And it's this like smart house, so he's like, turn the fireplace on, and that's the end.
So the last thing you hear is that tick 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 before, and it cuts to white, which is the explosion of the house.
Accidentally kill themselves, just like the first one, but like this way, it's a different.
That's pretty good.
It's a good end. Where I'm like, I like that a
lot. Yeah, good, great ending.
Yeah. So like, I think when we talk about like when you're like, you liked it more than I did. There are movies that I'll be like, I like that movie, but it's not as a whole. It's like because I like these elements.
Yeah.
And I will choose to rewatch the whole thing again because I want to see. I want that payoff.
I wonder through the international lens, like because there's 2 very super British actors, like Adam McKay directed. He is not British, but is the restrainedness of Britishness make their performances not as uneven. I don't know. Yeah. I'd love anybody across the pond want to comment. But yeah, I mean, which then, I don't know, if you said that on paper, like British has this restrainedness to it, maybe it would even be worse, the unevenness. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like they had those elements of that in there where they would make fun of, I mean, there were bits that they were doing, but the movie that I stayed up, like as a bonus movie for the remake, that I stayed up past midnight the other night watching, was A Night to Remember. Have you seen this? I didn't realize it was 1958. I thought it was much earlier. It is a movie about the Titanic.
No.
Yeah. And I know I've seen it before because I was obsessed with the Titanic in high school when it came out. And I read the book A Night to Remember, and I know I've seen it, but like when I was watching it again, I was like, huh, weird. I don't remember a lot of it. I mean, a lot of it plays out like, I mean, if you've seen the James Cameron,
it's Titanic without Rose,
without the storyline. Yeah. It's just the bits of like, it starts because I jumped in like maybe 5 minutes after it started, but so like they're in Belfast because that's where the Titanic launches from, and then it's just like, okay, here's the boat, and they're leaving, and it says April 10th, 1912 at the bottom, and then it launches and it goes, and it's not even, let's say maybe 2 minutes. April 14th, 1912. Like it is just like, let's see the boat.
Fuck your B story. Let's get to it.
We don't care about anybody on this boat. We just want to watch it sink.
I'm watching this for iceberg right ahead.
2 hours long of
sinking.
Watching the boat sink. And a lot of it, I mean, for 1958, it's pretty good. Like, it looks pretty good. Do you want me to get it?
No.
No.
I'm off book.
It's all okay.
Yeah, the effects are so good. I mean, there are obviously, like, there's shots where you're like, this is very clearly a model of the boat and like little boats next to it. But, like, it does pretty good. And, like, a lot of the stuff in it, like, I remember from reading the book about the accounts of the people on it, and they redo it in the James Cameron one. So, like, the bits that are the same are very like the things from history, where they're like
Molly Brown and all the types of characters.
her being like, we're gonna row back and
Yeah.
get him, and like the architect
The ship designer.
stopping the ship designer stopping the clock, isn't it? Like he's he doesn't leave the mantle.
All the legendary moments.
Yeah.
Right, it's in there. And the guy who made them go fast, like I don't know if he's in charge of the bit like of the White Star or
Right.
I don't remember what
to
his
set the speed records.
Yeah.
I feel like he's an executive with White Star.
Yeah, and he gets into the lifeboat's going, and there's an open seat, and he just like gets in, and the guy lowering the boat just stares at him and is like,
As coward.
let it go. And they do. James Cameron does this.
Yeah, he does the same bit.
Same exact. Like there are some that are like very clearly he's doing the exact same shots and the same bit.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it was a fun to watch. It's a weird thing to say about watching this Titanic sink. It was a fun to rewatch again.
Had a
And, like,
blast. Yeah.
see the comparison. Had a blast comparing
Intellectual
this tragedy.
exercise.
But I forgot how many, like 1,500 people die on the Titanic. Like there was like all these like facts at the end that I'm like, oh, I forgot about that. And like there is a love story in the A Night to Remember, and it is just a couple scenes of this couple who are young, and he's like, you need to get on the lifeboat, and she's like, no, I'm not leaving you. And so they're in the room with the guy at the clock, and he's like, what are you doing? Like, he's like, there's still a couple boats on the other side, like you should get it, like she should get in it. And she's like, no, I don't want to do that. And he's like, okay. He's like, don't stay on the boat till the end because it'll suck you down. But he's like, what you're going to want to do is get on the ropes and like slide down. He's like, don't jump in the water, slide down the ropes into the water and swim away as fast as you can because it'll suck, like it's going to suck you in. So like it cuts to them later, and that's what they're doing. They jump on the ropes and slide down, and then all this other stuff happens, and they come back and in the chaos. And I'm laughing because it's such a like, why is this their end? But like
The exhaust chimney.
the big when the stack falls on them. And you're like, why?
Life sucks.
Sorry, you know.
I'm like, at least like what? Like,
No young lovers.
yeah, it was very odd. I'm like, it's a shot. Like if you blink, you miss that. That's what happens to them.
Yeah, I feel
Should have swam faster.
just, I said.
Get
that just
set up and
fast?
pay off.
Yeah. What are we doing?
That was my one takeaway of that film, where I'm like, But all the rest of it is just you're watching the Titanic.
You're watching the
again.
normal.
And an Italian guy in a white t-shirt trying to tie together the deck chairs to make a raft out of it. Like that was a bit that they kept coming back to. Like he's tied together and everyone's running by and like.
Sounds
knocking
too
it apart,
specific.
like-
Somebody must have seen that before
Oh,
they
it's
jumped up.
definitely something that
Yeah.
happened.
Just come back to it a couple of times.
Yeah.
Did it work?
Like, huh?
Did it work?
No.
Like, did the deck chairs float?
I don't know that there was a payoff. Like,
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, that's a
Just
good
weird,
question. I don't
wacky stuff that
remember.
was going on.
Yeah.
Did they have a beautiful shot of the musicians playing on the
Yeah.
deck? And
Yeah.
you gotta
Those
put
characters and
in
that
there.
guy who is the violinist, I feel like he looks just like the guy they got to play in the Titanic one too. Because I
That
was like,
sounds
this guy
like
looks
something Jim
very
would do.
cool. Yeah, it looked just like him. But yeah. And I stayed up past midnight because I'm like, I know the boat sinks, but I have to finish
I know,
watching. Like,
how are they going to wrap this
right.
up?
But like the thing that's the biggest difference, besides that it doesn't have like a storyline and a love, like the whole love story bit in it, is they also incorporate the Californian as a character. So like that's the boat that was like 10 miles from them, and like basically just ignored
It
them
blew them off.
because the telegraph guy went to sleep, turned the telegraph machine off. And then the guys on the deck could see them like firing their flares and their fireworks, and like, that's weird. Why are they firing fireworks? Just stood there and watched them.
Oh,
and
wow.
then they were doing the Morse code with the light blinking at the boat, and like, I just don't think anybody on the deck knew Morse code. So there's like,
Was-
just watching them sink, and then they're like, oh, that boat's gone. Weird.
That-
No idea.
That'll put you in a court of law nowadays if you did that.
At the end, the credits had that, like, now they, like, because of the Titanic disaster, that is a law, like an international law, that you have to have somebody up listening to your telegraph all night. And there's something else that came from the...
Nothing's ever done because it's just a good idea.
Yeah.
It's
No,
to,
it's always
let's,
from
let's fix
tragedy.
that monstrous thing that happened.
Always from a tragedy.
There's a lesson there.
Oh, pilots shouldn't drink.
Yeah. Well,
Write that down. Why? It hasn't happened. Nothing bad's happened since.
not yet. Well, that's why we have, with Amelia Earhart, that's why we have Zulu time,
Yeah.
so that everybody's on the same clock,
Because they weren't.
because they weren't. You're passing time zones, and she
Amelia was
wasn't.
supposed to get a signal at a particular time, and there were 3 or 4 boats that were so she can triangulate herself, and it's like, do it at this time. And people were in different time zones. People were over the date line. So there was like one
All sorts
signal.
of-
Somebody was like a half hour off.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy. I
And
didn't
also
know that
that
aspect of the
the
story.
international, that everybody speaks English
Everyone
when it comes
speaks
to
English and there's
aviation.
Zulu
It's
time.
like, let's cut this shit out right now.
Yeah. Which
But
is-
Amelia Earhart had to die for
Oh,
any of that to happen.
yeah, and it's, I mean, like, that's a valid thing where you're like, aviation's brand new. Like,
Yeah.
why would you be like, oh, right. Like, we're all in different time
Better
zones.
than a good idea.
Yeah. Anyways.
I always remembered seeing, I used to work at a hospital, and they would have those Code Adam stickers,
Oh, yeah.
which, are you familiar?
No.
Yeah, it's missing kit. It's a
Oh,
missing
yeah,
kit.
It was Adam Walsh.
Yeah.
Who famously went missing in the 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
And then they established that as a standard afterward.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a law, but
How did he go missing? Like, I forget. Yeah,
forget
I just
the story.
remember
I
that
think it was kidnapped
Oh,
kind of
okay,
thing.
yeah.
He was kidnapped, and he was one of the big ones to be on a milk carton.
Yeah, I remember that
Then his
part,
dad
yeah.
does the television show and all that.
Code Adam. Is that why you noticed? Because you're like, that's my name?
But I mean, it does
As a-
catch the
right,
eye.
yeah.
Yeah. It's a good
I
name.
get it. I get it.
Don't make it the title of this episode. It'll get weird.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It'll be weird.
I'm trying a new thing where
Internet
all the,
traffic.
where all the titles are movie quotes.
Okay.
That's my new creative decision
Yeah.
as we're building the boat at sea.
Yeah, don't make it Code Adam.
The traffic is really up from the medical.
Wow. Well, we got a lot of really bad comments.
And then I had a bonus of like because the holidays are upon us, and I know you've picked several already, but is there a go-to that you have to watch every year?
Yeah. And I just watched it. And it's The Family Stone.
I like that one.
I don't
is it
know
a
that.
Christmas one or a Thanksgiving one?
I think it's pretty squarely Christmas.
Okay.
It's
I like this movie.
it
a
ties
lot.
together a lot of what we've talked about in that it's an ensemble cast. I mean, just top to bottom all-star. There's several interwoven plot lines.
Yeah.
I think there is a love triangle aspect. So
I like that one a lot. And I was actually going to talk about that last week, but I crossed it off.
and it's the more I watch it, the more I appreciate it. And it's like when you were mentioning the way Kathleen Turner's like throwaway moments, like
Yeah.
a look. Danny DeVito chose to leave that in. I actually had to look up like who directed this movie. It was not a name I knew. I don't know that he's done a ton of other stuff that I've seen. I think his last name might be pronounced Bazooka, but like it's not spelled like bazooka. It's-
What a good last name.
Think about that on the back of your
Mr. Bazooka.
back of your director's chair.
Yeah, but like probably the least known name in the credits from my perspective, because even like the music is Michael Giacchino.
Yeah.
And the opening credits are just like this really nice, like vintage Christmas card vibe. Everything about this movie, I'm a big fan of.
Same. Yeah. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I really want to rewatch it.
And there's just a lot of really good like throwaway moments where Luke Wilson is off camera and he just happens to make a comment, and like I laugh every time.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing.
Is it Diane Keaton in that one? Am I thinking of that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the mom. There's a moment, like, I like this movie, I remember it, but I need to rewatch it because it's, like, vague. But where they're all, like, on the floor together, like, covered in food or something and laughing, and I think that's, like, one of my favorite moments. Because the daughter, who's the daughter?
Rachel McAdams, I think,
Yeah,
was
that's who
nominated
it
for an
is, yeah.
award for it.
Yeah, that's who I'm thinking of.
There's another daughter. Sarah Jessica Parker, Dermot Mulrooney.
Yeah. It's a good cast.
yeah.
I do remember because Sarah Jessica Parker is like the new girlfriend that they don't like. You would actually, I think we should watch that one.
You can watch it.
Yeah. We'll save it for next week when we're doing
Yeah,
our holiday
I would
special.
agree.
I'll ask you about your holiday movies as well.
Yeah, save it
And
for
we can
that.
discuss that. But I wanted to get your take since we're rounding around the corner.
I think I had a holiday movie in every category.
Yeah.
Because, like, dance sequence, I almost went with Peanuts.
Yeah.
Just,
we watched that when we were putting the tree up.
yeah. And I really like bristle at the is Die Hard a Christmas movie conversation. You guys can save it for next episode.
Yeah.
But I recently rewatched that one again.
Yeah.
And I just forgot how beautifully shot that movie is.
Yeah.
It's really well done.
Yeah.
I think it's a hot take. Die Hard's a good movie. You heard it here first.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Right? Or watch Die Hard.
And Die Hard 2 is it the holidays? Like they're all trying to
It is.
fly home? It's a winter movie. I can't remember if it's Christmas. I think it's Christmas.
Yeah.
Because like all the bad guys are in a church, and does he go over there and kill them and hang them up with Christmas lights? I can't remember, but
It's very snowy.
Yeah.
Are you thinking of The Long Kiss Goodnight?
no, but that's definitely a Christmas movie.
That is on my list. May have ruined it. That is on my list. That's Rennie Harlan as well.
Yeah, the last time he made something that was watchable.
Who was the person we were talking about? With
Die Hard?
No, Roland Emmerich.
Oh, yeah.
I was mixing them up. That's why I was like, oh, Rennie Harlan.
Different people, but
Same
also not really.
caliber.
Yeah.
I would put them in the same category.
I don't think Emmerich's wasted as much money as Rennie Harlan.
No. I love The Long Kiss Goodnight.
I'm referring to the pirate movie that he put her in.
I've never seen that.
It was another colossal studio driving into the ditch.
Yeah. Yeah. What else? Did you watch anything else this week that we didn't cover?
I did watch Die Hard 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I had notes.
They're down there.
But you know what I did also watch recently, and I wanted to get your guys specifically, your take on it. Oh, thank you.
I do it too.
Put up a test pattern.
It's Clerks 3.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I liked it.
So,
yes? I'm trying to remember.
I did see it. It's
I know.
Yes.
on the whole, I didn't love it.
Yeah.
And I was a little disappointed because I do really like Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
And for 85% of the movie, I was just kind of like going through it.
Yeah.
And then I think the end brought it around to like,
It has a.
I did enjoy this.
When they're making the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will say for a movie that like I didn't think was all that great.
Yeah.
I did like cry 2 or 3 different times.
Yep.
And I was like, maybe it is a better movie than I give it credit for.
Yeah.
Clearly it's working.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. No, I think that's a good review of that, and I feel the same way. Where we're like, he was like, "Oh, that was actually really sweet."
Yeah, there was something to this.
Yeah, I like it a lot too. But plus, I feel like, I mean, because it's like just homage to the first one. Is basic, like they're tying up the first Clerks with their relationship. And I do really like it, but like I think it's just got like that like extra element of sentimentality for me because of that it is about friends and filmmaking. And
Yeah,
like,
I would agree.
I angle like like that's our lives, so it's like, oh, like this is very sweet. Like it was a good idea for like I like the homage to the first one at the end of it, where they're like, we're just gonna make Clerks. They're basically just making Clerks again.
Making Clerks within Clerks.
Within Clerks, which is kind of fun. It's snowing out. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but like
Production value.
on point with
Time
what
for
we're
a
talking
snow
about.
day. Yeah.
It's time for a
On
snow
Hoth
day.
out there.
Yeah. Which also, the other movie, well, we watched a couple other ones, but we'll touch briefly on them. We watched the new Frankenstein. Have you seen that one yet?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. What'd you think of that one?
I saw it in the theater.
Oh, okay.
And I walked out thinking a lot of people are going to get some awards for this.
Yeah.
I dug it. I'm not like the biggest Del Toro or horror fan, but like I thought it was really well done.
Yeah.
I liked a lot of, I guess the best way to put it is I liked a lot of the choices.
Yeah.
Where it's not Boris Karloff, or...
Well, yeah, because that's like, you go into it being like, it's going to be a Frankenstein movie, and it was very
He actually
much,
has a curve or an arc to what is happening.
They focus much more on the creature, which was
rather than it just being a thing
like
that's going
creature
to
smash.
everybody's going to run around that.
Burn it.
I saw it with Stuart, who is much more well versed in. He's read the book
Monster lore.
Yeah, and he had it was a great co-pilot on the journey.
Nice. Yeah.
Because I really appreciated his perspective on. This is a lot more like the book than the previous movies had been, and I didn't know that. But as a comic book fan, I appreciated that so much of the production design seemed to be Bernie Wrightson inspired from a portfolio of illustrations he'd done in the 80s.
Interesting. Yeah.
But yeah, I dug it.
Oh yeah, it looked gorgeous.
It's a beautiful movie. but you and I talked about it right after we saw it, that it felt long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've watched long-ass movies that don't feel long, so I'm not sure. I'd have to rewatch it to see where it's dragging or where it's not, where it's missing the mark.
Yeah. I think my biggest note on that is that the bit is that, like, the creature is... Because they don't call him a monster, they call him a creature. That he is human. Like, he's made him in this human, and, like, he's tortured because he can't die, and, like, now he's just in this world where everybody... Like, he can't die, but he can't have connection with anybody either. But then he finds connection with the blind guy in the cabin, and go through this whole movie, and they spent all this time together, and they never gave him a name. Like, no one ever gave him a name. And I'm like, I feel like that's
It's a choice.
giant... Well,
it's a giant choice, I think, to...
It's a choice, but I also feel like it's a giant flaw. Like, the point of it is to be like, this character is humanizing him. So, like, you're going to spend months together in a cabin together, he's teaching him how to read, and he never once is like, what's your name?
Well, I think that that just goes to Victor's... ultimately, he is soulless.
He wouldn't give him a name, but
Right.
the guy in the cabin would.
Yeah, maybe.
Right? Like, he'd be like, I need to call you something.
How long is he with him?
In the movie, it feels like a while. He teaches him how to read.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, he's in there reading.
It's like a
to him all
season,
the-
right?
Yeah, he's in
Yeah.
there for winter, which that's what made me think. I was like,
It is a flaw, but I see why
movie.
they did it. To keep everyone in the world never humanizing him completely. And, I mean... Shit,
I get it.
we name cats the second we see them. We name houseplants. So,
Right.
but within that world, I see what you're saying. That practically, no way he would have given him a name at some point. But from the themes of the movie, I absolutely see why they were doing that.
Yeah.
To accomplish their ends.
Yeah. But it's a good snow day movie.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. Does he just call him friend or something? Or does he just not
I
address
think he
him?
does
Yeah.
call him friend.
Okay.
That does sound familiar. Yeah.
But yeah.
like- Yeah. And it's the bit that he's like, the blind guy can't see him, so he doesn't know that he's a monster. But he knows he's been living in the walls because he could hear him the whole time. Because he's like, I know you've been living back there.
Right. Nature's spirit or whatever he
Yeah,
calls
he does.
him.
He does think he's the spirit. So maybe that's.
I
why.
saw it like he was speaking of it ironically. It's like, it's nature's spirit. Okay, the family's gone. I know you're not nature's spirit.
Yeah.
I know you're like
That's
a guy.
True. That's true.
Yeah.
You're just a guy hiding out.
I don't want to freak my family out.
Yeah.
I don't know that actor, the old man, but he was really good.
Yeah, he was great. Yeah, I don't know who that is.
I can't recall.
Yeah, yeah, it was. And it's interesting because we also know someone who's like, I didn't like Oscar Isaac's choices, and I'm like, I didn't get into it because we hadn't seen it yet. So now I'm like, going to go back and ask about that. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Because nothing struck weird to me about that.
No,
Like,
I
so-
think I mean it's very far from the Karloff, but I think I read something like Isaac's choices were like he wanted to be much more like Bowie, like to have like this rock star surgeon type thing, and we've done enough work with doctors that when they're
Yeah,
in
that
the context
tracks.
of their hospital, they are the rock stars. So
Well, yeah, and that that tracks for that character, and I mean just for Victor, he's so
beyond on the God complex
that he's like, I can recreate life
Yeah.
and make it better.
yeah. So
Yeah,
that
so-
actually didn't rub me the wrong way.
No,
I think
yeah,
that
like that tracks. Yeah.
like the more it's kind of closer to Gene Wilder's take on it that I am a rock star. I'm giving lectures in front of in amphitheaters like they all used to do back in the day. So yeah, I see that. Yeah, let him be unchained even at the very beginning of it.
Yeah, that's ruined me. I can't see Frankenstein and not go Frankenstein.
That was my closest frame of reference. I think I just watched that in October.
We must all act
It was
normal.
fresh.
So yeah.
So
see that
I'm
a
watching
lot.
the creature and I'm thinking, well, this isn't Peter Boyle. Like, it's
Right.
Like,
a totally different interpretation. But it works.
The works of Peter Boyle.
well, that's when you knew you were getting bored, is you would just start quoting Young Frankenstein.
Oh, okay. You checked out of the movie.
Like,
Gotcha.
oh, here comes Madeline. Adam's Madeline gone again. Okay.
Yeah. I think I love him.
And I do not know how my friend did this, magic of computers, but when I was in college, he made me a mixtape of different songs and movie clips. And this is like kind of around the beginning of the internet. So like, I'm like, when he put
You'd
this
have to do some
together,
work.
That's on there. That's what makes me think of it. Is when she's like 2 and 3 quick ones and you're off with the boys.
You keep your mouth shut.
Keep your mouth shut. I think I love him. And that was one of like. There's a lot of Better Off Dead on there,
Yeah.
and like a lot of all these quotes that you're like. And when I watch the movies, I'm like, oh, this is. It just like clicks in. But I was like, how did he do? I still am like, how did you do that then? It's like, I guess you were good at the computer or the internet. Because it was before being able to like,
Just spooled
like
it off
email.
of his
Like, it was
VHS
like,
tapes.
we just got emails.
Yeah.
How are you hooking this up to a cassette tape?
Gonna download a song. I'll come back tomorrow when it's done.
Yeah. It was like the age of Napster.
Yeah.
When that was big.
Yeah, I've seen the memes going around lately that are like asking Gen Z kids
Yeah.
what it means to burn a CD. And they're like, light it on fire? And it's just
What are you talking about?
my beard gets whiter every time.
You're like, Did they lit him on fire? No.
No.
Oh. That makes me feel sad.
We really should have called that something different.
Yeah.
In hindsight.
Yeah.
There's no hindsight. Clinton was president. It's just moving forward. I don't know what that meant.
First you have to
What?
rip the music, then you can burn the music. It all sounds very destructive.
Yeah. So, you know what? I
Oh.
came up with a new idea for the end of the show until I get my prop that I need for the surprise for everybody. We have a trivia box that we got from the Academy Museum out in LA.
Okay.
And it is kept at our bar. And this is something that we just, when we hang out at night, we just pick a category, and
See
then
what
we
you got.
ask each other questions. So there are multiple categories of genres. What genre would you like trivia questions from?
Let's.
We have action, comedy, 80s, 90s, horror, musical.
Rom-com.
Dealer's choice, not horror.
Okay.
Do sci-fi for the man.
Great.
There you go.
Do you want to read it or do you
No,
want me
you
to
can
read
do it. I'll try and answer.
Who played Han in Solo, a Star Wars story?
Oh, what's his name?
Alden Ehrenreich.
There you go.
I don't know if I pronounced it right.
Yeah.
You
I always
way
say,
better than I would.
I say Eldritch, but I don't think that's right.
Not bad.
I think he gets a raw deal. It's not a bad movie.
Everybody involved in that
Love
movie
that
got a raw
movie.
deal.
I love that movie. I love that actor. He was in Beautiful Creatures.
Yeah.
Which I adore. I think he's just charming. Because like when he got cast, it was between him and the other guy I really like, who's
Kingsman.
from the Kingsman.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was between those two.
And I was like, well, either one I'll take. But yeah, I guess.
Well, now we're here in the accidental Alden Ehrenreich appreciation
Yeah.
segment of the show, which is a bit of a tongue twister.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, we're doing more? Or
Yeah,
just
do
going down the
another
list?
one. Yep.
All right. In Jurassic Park, which animal does Muldoon say the following line to? Clever girl.
I mean, Jurassic Park's.
Yeah.
I could do this one blindfolded.
Yeah.
It's the raptor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or as we refer to as our cat, we also say clever girl because she reminds me of a raptor. She's got the tail. She moves like it.
Dr. Ryan Stone and Matt Kowalski are stranded in space when their shuttle is destroyed in which movie?
Oh, I know. And there's a specific reason I know.
You know, I want to say Gravity.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is it because Sandra Bullock's character has a non-traditional first name? Is that what it is?
Oh.
What were their names?
I don't know. I don't remember that. But at the Academy, no, not the Academy Museum, the Warner Brothers store.
Yes.
They have like a whole sound design.
Oh, cool.
Exhibit. Like
and
it's kind of slightly a ride, but it's kind of it's like a 4D. Like there's a mixing board there, and it's like they piece it apart.
As
But,
it does it, like the mixing board moves.
Oh,
and
that's
it's
so cool.
like here's the dialogue, here's
And then they
affecting the
add
dialogue,
music.
then the music, and then all the sound effects, and then playing it in concert.
Yeah.
What a great way to present that too.
Yeah.
It's really cool, and I've seen it a couple times. That's why when you said Kowalski, I'm like, wait, I know that.
Yeah.
Because that's part of like the
Got it.
lines. Is they're yelling at each other. It's like when she floats, she's floating away, or he's floating away,
Okay.
and they're like
Yeah.
yelling at each other over the comm. Yeah.
Divers search for a lost nuclear submarine in which movie released in '89?
A nuclear submarine in '89.
Divers are searching for a lost nuclear submarine in which movie released in '89?
I have a guess, but I think it's wrong.
Go for it.
The Abyss?
Yes.
Really?
That was the excuse for what they were doing, and then they went and found all the crazy shit.
It's a sci-fi submarine movie
It has been.
from the 80s.
I don't think I've seen the beginning of that
Yeah.
movie since 1989, so I had to look.
That
I'm
was
like,
a educated guess on my part. I did not know
like divers. This is not Hunt for Red October. I didn't.
that.
Yeah.
That's also sci-fi.
Oh, and then to bring it full circle for the last question, in Independence Day Resurgence,
The good one.
good one. The sentient sphere gives the attacking aliens what name?
What?
After 2 episodes of sitting here talking about what a big Roland Emmerich fan I am, I have no idea.
Failure.
Because I forgot that there was like a second alien, that there was a sphere that
I
ends
don't
up
think
helping.
I've seen this movie. I was like, none of that
That's
sounds
fine.
any familiar.
That's fine.
Oh, okay.
Nobody see it. Nobody.
Wait, is
not
this
a-
like a? I thought are there only 2 Independence Day movies? Or there?
Correct.
Okay.
Thankfully.
I think.
So then I've seen it in a hotel room somewhere, but I have no memory of it.
Yeah, there's an alien in a sphere or something. I forgot about this, and it comes to help humans because their world got destroyed. Like, it's like a very Borg type plot line. So the ball comes to help everybody to, like they're the harvesters or something they call them or something. Ah, the harvesters!
Yay!
Smashing!
Yeah, I did
Good
not
job.
have that one.
Wow.
Wow, I
Talk
can't believe I
about
got that one.
bookends.
Yeah, wow.
Wow.
Unplanned.
What a natural bookend. And that's our show. So, well done, everybody.
Yeah, smiles all around.
Yeah. Thank you, Adam, for being here again.
Thanks.
Second time guest. Which we will have recurring guests.
Yes.
And next week, Christmas special.
Christmas special for next week.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
We have to come up with that, but it'll happen.
It'll be great.
Yeah.